This is the Happy Stitch mitten, and here's the Happy Stitch, and it's double knit. And here is the detail at the cuff, and the fabric from the inside comes to the outside and goes back in, and you can see that it has a slight textural look to it. So now we'll see how to thread the stitches. Here's a piece of double knit fabric. It's green on one side and white on the other. And now we want to interlace the two layers. So I'm ready to knit, and I'm going to slip my first stitch as if to knit and my second stitch as if to knit. Then I'm lifting the near layer stitch over the far layer stitch but not letting it go, and then I'm working it with the matching colour. Now before I let go that green stitch, I'm going to purl that with the other colour. So now the white stitches come to the front and the green stitch has gone to the back. We'll do it again. Slip as if to knit, slip as if to knit, lift the front stitch over the back stitch but don't let it go. Work it in the matching colour, bring the yarn through and purl the now new back stitch in the matching colour. I've worked one more row on each layer of this fabric now, and you can see that where we interlaced the stitches it's become quite indented, and it adds a texture and a detail to the knitting. At first you will see these little purl bumps sticking through, but as soon as they fall away from the needle, those will recede into the background. And if we were to look inside this piece of knitting and separate out the layers, you can see that they have crossed through one another. The fabric is locked off at that point. This is useful if you want to stuff or pad the layers between your double knitting. This is a sample of a scarf, the Moonstone Scarf. In this section here, colour changes were made normally, just by knitting the stitches in a contrasting colour when you wish to. In this section here, the pattern has been quilted by threading the stitches, and you can see that there is a slightly greater textural element to the design. And this is the finished Moonstone Scarf. It has a little bit more definition and depth. Sometimes I call this quilting because it makes it very like a quilt, and you can stuff in between the layers before you seal them up again.